Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
hi. We have a little bit connection problems, so sorry for the delay, maybe.
So
Or yeah.
I think we should start. If Nanette
Mhm.
is able to join in between, she will switch on her camera. So hello, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in part of the world. So welcome to our Advent Fire Series Session 2, where we are generally discussing some key capabilities of MicroStation, yeah, with our team members over here. So let's first introduce ourselves. I am Azhar Wasim. I'm the product sales engineer for MicroStation based out of Dubai office. And guys, I mean, you can introduce yourself over here.
Okay, so I can start as well. Hello, my name is Jędrzej Szwaracki. Currently, I'm working also as a product sales engineer at Bentley, and my main focus is on helping our business partners with MicroStation and open buildings designer. I'm also a mechatronics engineer with experience in infrastructure and industrial automation projects. Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Okay. Ladies?
Okay. Hello, I'm Maria Sanchez Tuñón, and I'm based in Munich, and I come from Spain. And I'm forestry engineer, and I have been working for more than 20 years in infrastructure project. And I'm currently working for Bentley 1 year and a half, more or less, as product sales engineer for MicroStation and Open Buildings in EMEA.
All right,
Hello.
Beatrix. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Hello, welcome to our second session. My name is Beatrix. I'm a product sales engineer as well for building products. I'm based in Germany near Stuttgart. I have been working at Bentley for um, 2 years. Now, as a technical draftswoman, I have more than 30 years of experience in the fields of mechanical engineering, architectural, structural, and civil engineering. Bartek?
Hello, everybody. My name is Bartłomiej Zimmermann. I'm also based in Germany since some time now. I'm working as a product sales engineer with background of civil. Yeah, I have graduated civil engineering. Yeah, hello again in this second session of
So
Fireside.
since Nanette is not here, I will introduce Nanette. Nanette is manager of product sales EMEA based out of Germany. She has extensive knowledge about the product and she has been helping industry professional for, I don't know, a lot of years, to be very honest.
Mhm.
So proceeding ahead with the session. So we would like this session to be more interactive. So you can use the comment section to post your questions. Let us know in case you have any doubts or you would like to clarify something. We'll try to answer as many questions as possible during the session, or else we'll get in touch with you later. So session will be recorded and you will have the recording links available with you. And do stay tuned for our next session, which is Advent Session 3 on December 20th. All right. So first thing, why MicroStation? So MicroStation is a software that generally a lot of professionals rely on to design, model, or manage their infrastructure projects. So what it does is it technically enables user to deliver innovative design, consolidates critical project elements in a single environment for effective source project deliverables. So it is meant for the smallest size of the project that you have to the largest or infrastructure project that can span for days, months, or year. So it is technically a foundation for a lot of projects. So the three key capabilities provided by MicroStation is you can model anything anywhere. You can read and consolidate information through different file formats, through different files, and you can also keep everyone informed. I mean, you will have a proper design change histories. You can report all the changes that comes in. So the whole team that is working, in case if you have a federated model workflow approach, every user who's working the project gets informed and is part of the whole project cycle. So now moving further ahead. So first thing is consolidate anything. So in a project, you get lot of data. You get sources like you have the survey data, the land survey data, GIS data, everything. So what MicroStation does is it consolidate everything. I mean, you can bring in multiple files, you can bring in different source files, everything you can bring in, read all together and consolidate into one single project. So MicroStation becomes like a source of consolidating multiple file formats to produce a final deliverable. So here I would like to give it to Beatrix.
Thanks, Asar. And we should really say also that the first thing was we had is not the we have now the read and consolidate, and the others were in the first session 1 week ago. Okay, thanks, Asar. The advanced data reporting technology in MicroStation allows you to manage your data faster and easier than even before. In addition, we provide visualization rules to create 3D visualization reports and communicate your projects better. Using data-driven annotations allows you to automate this process and same time while reducing errors and avoiding repetitive work. The main goal here is to limit the amount of work we have to do with each change in the design. When the design changes, we want all annotations and reports to be updated automatically. The creation and maintenance of outputs is very time consuming and difficult to track after export. Improve communication with project stakeholders through 3D reports. Next slide, please, Azar. This is a video. Is it starting? Yes. You know that it can be difficult to identify how many elements needs to be labeled throughout the project. To find these elements, we can use the display rules. Display rules are very powerful technology that allows you to spontaneously change the visualization of your data based on element attributes. We want to make this technology easier and more common to that you can use the display rules to create deliverables. These elements can be manipulated from any view of the model, even from a section view. In this case, we will change one of the main foundation elements directly from one of the views, as you can see in the video. There are several variables that can influence the geometry of the elements, as you can see in the variables dialog. And there are several variations that define a new value for all variables used in the component creation. You only need to select one of the variations and click apply to see how the entire element is updated in the 3D model and 2D drawings. With these tools, you know you don't have to worry about outdated drawings as they are updated automatically. Next slide, please. How many different formats do you need to combine in your project? Combinability and compatibility play a very important role in today's world of many different file formats. MicroStation supports many industry standards as well as many proprietary formats for the consolidation of graphics and data and the exchange with other BIM and CAD products. MicroStation not only supports and integrates various file formats, but also streamlines the process of consolidating those files to produce your final deliverables. With MicroStation, you can integrate point cloud data without conversions, and it supports several file formats natively in the product, allows you to focus on your design. Over to Maria. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Beatrix. So, as Beatrix has said, MicroStation supports a lot of formats, so more than 70 different formats. And we are going to explain a little bit about some common formats like GIS formats, IFC, or how MicroStation uses reality meshes and point clouds. Here, an interesting feature that MicroStation provides is the option to directly use iTwin capture data and accurately represent as-built conditions. We can import directly the 3D mesh, as we have here, design an element and check the clashes, for example. Next one, please, Atsar. In addition to reality meshes, MicroStation allows you also to work with point clouds of any size. In our first session last week, we had some great examples like the yacht that Bartek showed us related to the naval campaign. And with MicroStation, you can also create geometry directly based on the point cloud information. Next one, please, Atsar. One of the file formats that MicroStation can open, import, and reference is IFC. IFC is a very popular format to share information between BIM software for multidisciplinary coordination as well as for 3D review. Although MicroStation is a CAD software, it is able to read IFC data, and the user can visualize the model total or partially. Next, please.
Yeah, Mari, before we proceed further,
Mm.
just a quick add-on to the IFC file format. So IFC, the
Mhm.
industry foundation class file format, was actually, so a lot of people get confused saying that BIM is technically a product-based output, which is technically not true. That's the whole reason why IFC was brought into the place, because IFC is vendor, I mean, platform neutral. You can generate IFC files that could open multiple softwares. So BIM is not a software, it's actually a whole process that you use to design, and the level of information will give you the different type of BIM models that you need.
Mhm.
So this is a general, I mean, for all the newcomers who are here, who attends a session, this is a good information for you people.
And also, I think it's important to clarify that MicroStation is a CAD. You can read, you can import, you can open an IFC format, but you cannot export to an IFC format.
Yeah,
I think this
that's
is
very
also
important. Yeah,
important
important
to
to
highlight
mention.
it. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So with IFC, all the information included in the objects can be queried via Project Explorer. Here it is, perfect.
Hmm.
And having all the elements categorized by IFC entity. And next one, please. Using Project Explorer, we can choose several options like isolate a specific element, make zoom to an element, show it in transparent mode. We can also highlight an element position into the whole model and review all the properties associated to any of these elements.
Yeah, this
Next.
was also a great example in our first session, what Bartek showed us there.
Mhm.
There was this.
Next, please, Cesar.
Okay, this one.
And now is the time for GIS data. So GIS data is coming in different formats, and one of the most used is Esri shape files. MicroStation can directly reference these files coming from Esri software and apply a symbology template to any of these files. So it will be very easy to identify the different kind of data like lakes, roads, parks, as you can see here on the slide. The data attached to any of these entities and elements can be reviewed selecting the element via Project Explorer. And if you need to review the properties for a big selection group, the details dialog will show you all the data in a matrix format. I have left this format to the end because in MicroStation 2023, there is something new related to this topic. And MicroStation version 2023 connects with raster and GIS services directly from the Esri servers. We are going to see it in the next slide.
Okay, I'll play this
So,
video.
okay, perfect. So with the new version of MicroStation, you can use the geospatial context workflow, which provides direct access to Esri ArcGIS feature services and Esri ArcGIS map and image services. The data displayed uses Raster Manager, that is MicroStation Imaging Engine. And by connecting to the Esri ArcGIS feature service, users can query features and create a DGN representation of the features in the active model, as you can see here. Features attributes are also queried and saved as item types on the DGN elements. And with this geospatial enhancement will help you to save time, improve visualization, deliver better geospatial integration, and improve collaboration. So it will lead to a more accurate, efficient, and profitable project.
I
All
think
right.
it is worth adding in this point at this point that in MicroStation 2023 you can use Bing Maps in the background in order to access the capabilities like synchronizing and following Google Earth view, also capture Google Earth image, and lastly play camera animation in Google Earth.
Mhm.
Exactly. And one more thing is when we are working on such project, there's always a requirement to use the existing site condition to see exact like what terrains are there. So One of the major survey data that is provided is the land XML files. So MicroStation can read land XML files. You can, see and categorize the terrain based on the height, the slopes, or even, for example, if there's a lot of bushes and shrubs, you can just mark it as green, and you can use different color coding formats to highlight different part of the terrain which is there on the existing site. So that is also one more very good feature that MicroStation supports these days.
Mm.
So moving on
And
to the next one. Yeah, Maria, sorry.
I would like to say also with the land XML, you can represent also the with high fidelity also the contours or triangles or spots. So it's
Exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
So I think Beatrix,
Yeah,
let's
my turn.
discuss about
Yeah,
Frankfurt.
yeah. In our 10th fireside chat last year or this year, Mrs. Fiesel from Cadventure Germany introduced us to the Frankfurt Airport Terminal 3 project. Terminal 3 at Frankfurt Airport is with 4 billion euros, the largest privately financed infrastructure project in Europe. The building has been completely designed in BIM. The project covers 400,000 square meters, 26 planning departments were involved, and 250 people worked together as a core team. It was very important to achieve all the goals together. MicroStation was the main platform for all planners to work on the models and plans simultaneously and to communicate with each other. This is was a very they want to reach all the goals they presented. And on the next slide, we see an overview. I think next slide. Yeah, we see here an overview. Here's an overview of what was important to achieve the desired goals. The colors on the left-hand side of the model show the individual projects or construction phases. There were automated import of breakthroughs, addition of attributes and positions information, comparison of the on-site in situation based on point clouds, model editing, model editing and attribution according to the specifications of the guidelines, model correction and repair of structures based on various planning data and or sources, planning support for the execution and detailed planning of shell construction and finishing work, quality assurance of the model data, comparison of shell design and existing building using a model-based door database as the basis for testing and approval of all door types, advising the client on CAD feasibility and inadequate in the planning data. And they're still in process with this project, but they're really good in time. Next slide.
Yeah. Okay. So Beatrix, before we
Ah,
proceed further,
yeah,
can I share something?
of course, sure.
So yeah, one of a very good success story here in Middle East was the Abu Dhabi airport. So the consultants and the contractors who are working on the project, the project required to use a lot of parametric modeling on this. There were complex structure that requires the designers to have the flexibility to design the whole structure. So where what happened was the existing CAD software they were working on was completely scraped off, and MicroStation open building designers were used in that. So that is actually a very good success story, which is available on our website. People can have a look at it. So in some cases, in majority of the cases, I would say MicroStation has good capabilities in terms of releasing your creativity onto the actual design. So read that. That will actually help you understand exactly what are the challenges that were addressed using MicroStation OBD and how it benefited the company. I don't know. I don't want to name the company right now, but yeah, we'll share the success story later.
Mhm. And speaking about airports, it made me think of the Sydney airport, that there is a digital twin that Bentley has been working in that. And we have to say that MicroStation can be like the bridge to go to the digital twin with the iTwin service. We will speak
Exactly.
about that in the next session. But
Next session, yes.
yes.
And Azar, you mentioned OBD. The Abu Dhabi airport displays is made with MicroStation, right?
Yeah, both combination of both the products were
Both
used.
product, the BIM
Yeah,
product and the CAD product. Okay.
yeah,
Thanks. Mrs. Fiesel also shared the following two slides with us. As Maria already explained it earlier, with support For raster data, point clouds, and the 3MX reality raster formats, Bentley solutions enable immersive integration of reality model data with design, construction, and operational models. This shared modeling environment enables users to design in context, make better decisions, and have clearer communications of design intent with team members and customers. Next
Next one.
slide. Yeah. There
Sorry.
is no, no problem. There is built-in geo coordination, so you can easily place your BIM model on the ground and even interact with other applications like Google Earth, find files spatially in real-world context, and choose from hundreds of coordinate systems. You can export your model to Google Earth or import Google Earth into MicroStation. I think we already talked about that. And
And also with the new
yeah,
capabilities, MicroStation
yeah,
2023 can be a Bing map. Yes, also.
yeah,
So
that's what we said already.
Exactly.
Yeah, next slide. The individual planning stages of the overall service in the planning and realization of construction projects are referred to as service or construction phases. With Bentley's collaborative and integrated workflow, project teams and professionals can efficiently deliver detailed information models regardless of the project phase. As you can see here, MicroStation can play a role at every stage of the level of design, and interoperability with Bentley OpenX products is also possible. We already talked about this also in our first Advent Fire. And is there anything you want to add here, or?
LOD 4 and LOD 500, I mean, most of the owner operators, if they're pushing out a project, that the minimum requirement goes as LOD 500 because of the as-built and operation status.
Yeah, yeah,
So this is, so I mean, it requires you to work on multiple platforms. You cannot try to just do it within one single software. That's not possible. So LOD 400, LOD 500. LOD 500 mainly comes with the owner operator's perspective because of the post-operation stage of any project that they have.
yeah,
So moving on to the next one, if there's
yeah.
nothing here.
hmm
So coming back to the MicroStation data integrator part, we'll be covering this in the next session, bit in detail. But as we have discussed over the last two sessions, that MicroStation has always been acting as a major data integrator tool to bring in to work with different file formats, to collaborate and work with different datas that you get. So stay tuned for the next session. We'll be discussing this in much detail during the next session. So if Nanette is available, she said she could be joining for the last few slides, but I
maybe
don't
she
think so.
cannot. Not sure.
Yeah, I think her connection is still not stable. So okay,
Yeah, I don't know if you can
so
hear me.
Yes.
we can
Yes,
hear you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
So might be that my connection breaks up again. I don't know what's happening this morning. It's very unstable today. No idea. Yeah, thanks Azar for covering me today. Yeah, this slide shows us a little bit where we can find more information about MicroStation. We have a YouTube channel where also these Advent Fire sessions or the fireside sessions in general are being uploaded together with lots of learning videos where you can really dive deep into special topics. This is all listed under the YouTube channel. We have a Twitter account. The Bentley website is always good for additional information. Under this QR code, you can obtain you can request your personal customized demo if you have not yet been able to try that out. Try your best, download it, and the most important is that you narrow the topics that are interesting for you, and then your demo will be referring to the topics that you mentioned. Next slides, please, Azar. A lot more learning opportunities under the user success onboarding adoption channel on the Bentley communities. This is a very good source to learn more, self-paced learning, as well as I mentioned already, the YouTube channel Bentley MicroStation with hundreds of learning videos. This is the easiest access to learning that we can offer. Next slide, please. Then this is the QR code for the free trial in general. I mean, this is only the trial. The former QR code gives you the access to the demo. That means you can try the demo, and at the end of the demo, you can request your 14-day trial, or you can just do the trial, whatever is more appreciated by you. Next slide, please. So the next Advent Fire, okay, this one is what we just finished. Next Advent Fire is number 3 on December 20th, as I already mentioned, report everything to inform everybody. And I wanted to highlight that this is the last session for 2023, but we will announce the first session for 2024 before Christmas, so stay tuned. We're looking forward to welcome you in our new series. We call them On-Air Firesides 2024. Will be a similar format as we do right now, slightly different, but still similar. So I hope that everybody enjoys this quite loose format of getting information on the software and continue to watch and hear us next year. Next slide, please. Still available until December 22nd. We have the switch opportunities to switch from your existing CAD or BIM software towards MicroStation or Open Buildings Designer. We have 20% off what we grant for Virtuoso subscription, which is an annual subscription, or you can request to buy a perpetual license, but there are special conditions that apply. So contact us via email or LinkedIn or however to receive your code or your personal offer. Last slide, please, Azar. Yeah, and this is the easiest way to get in touch with us. These are the QR codes for all our LinkedIn accounts, and then you can choose your personal, according to your personal preference, with whom you want to talk the earliest. And we're happy to receive your requests or questions or whatever you want to ask us. We're there to answer everything. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of users reach out to us based on specific industry questions that they have. So
Yeah.
sometimes they don't want to be, they didn't want it to be discussed like for everyone. So if you have any specific request for industry or any specific project that you're working on, you can directly ping any of us and we'll be more than happy to help you with a customized demo or live session for this.
Exactly. And thanks for all customers that helped us preparing the fireside chats and the Advent fires, because this is much appreciated that you share your experience with us. And as I said, next session is today in 1 week, hopefully with less connectivity issues. But nevertheless, it worked out quite well that way. So yeah, thank you very much. Thanks to the team. Thanks to
Thank
our
you, Nanette.
customers. And thanks to everybody that is listening to us.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you very much.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
Thank you,
much.
Bye-bye.
Chu.
And see you
Bye-bye.
next week.
Have a nice day.